other.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Yay. And we have our lovely Terry from Holding Your Space this evening.
Hi, everybody.
And
Welcome.
under her, we have beautiful Diana Bowles from Oil Painter. And under me, coming in from India, is Kelly.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, Kelly, you went on Saturday. You flew Saturday, is that right?
Yep.
And it took you 24 hours or more, I'm sure.
Yeah, it took a little over 24 hours. We landed, we got to the hotel at about 5 a.m. on Monday.
Okay.
It was a long trip.
And is it Mumbai? Is that where you are, in Mumbai? Or are
We're
you
in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay.
Yeah.
It couldn't be that bad.
Right. Well, and we are in the financial district, so there's a lot of like computer buildings and stuff around.
Computer buildings and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and she's over there. She's going to get a chance to see some of the continent, but her husband's over there on business and she got to go. So how about that? That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Very grateful.
Yeah. All right. So we have some of the best chatters, right? We have Annie's here and Roxy and Stacy Horton and Janet Bora Bora and Charlie's here, CJ. Hi, Ness. We have Barbara Nesper, Mary Thornberry, and it's been quite the day. Kim B, Diane G, and Lori Hunsinger.
Graham, everybody.
Yeah. And Ginny's here. Hi, Ginny. Linda Kennedy. Diane G. Denise Fletcher's here. Karen Doyle, good to see you. Dr. Ann, love to see you. My goodness, we got lots of dreams already up today. Great. Thank you, Terry, for marking those. Jay Marcus is here. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to all of you. Thanks for being here, everybody. Yeah. I haven't been on. I wasn't on at all yesterday, and I'm going to be on here, and then the show after with Val. I'm not on tomorrow, except I will be on with the sisters of the Mystical Tarot. I'm not on Thursday because I have something going on. Friday, I'll be on with Terry, and I'll be on at night with the sisters. So I'm just taking some time off, and I'm finding that it's really, really, Randy's still here. She's going to be leaving Thursday morning, which has been a wonderful experience having her here. She's in my RV. But I've been finding that I'm an airhead, and I am a Libra, so a balanced airhead, as Diana would say. But I'm also, I realized how exhausted I really was the minute that I stopped doing stuff. Like, I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I was this exhausted. So it's been nice. It's been really nice. Yeah.
Well-deserved break for you, Elle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, hi, Landon. I'm sure you're happy to see Mom. Yeah. Hi, Sally. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm really happy to be here. And I want to thank Terry for covering for me last week. And I want to send out love to Carolyn and Peter. Carolyn's not feeling well this evening, so we're sending her lots of love and healing. And hi, Paula Rovita. And I just want to say I'm so excited that Tim Walz is the vice presidential nominee.
Yes.
What a
He's
joy.
a teacher. He's a coach.
Yes.
He's a mentor. One of the things he did was he was a football coach, and somebody came to him and said that they were in the LGBTQ and they wanted their own club. And he said, okay, yeah, you should do that. And I'll be your sponsor. I'll be the faculty mentor. And they said there's nothing more important to see than a college football coach mentor the LGBTQ people. So just everything about him gave me goosebumps. He's just a really wonderful person. So, yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yes, yay, right, Dr. Ann, teacher.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
Wildflower. Yes, Waltz is a good guy. I can see that. I can see that. So you're there too. All right. Psychics for Democracy, Deborah Lupine. Okay. I'll have to check it out. Thank you. Hi, Suzanne Grigsby, Chris Queen. Yeah, it's been a good day. Blue Wave. There you go. Blue Wave. Yep. And I know this isn't a politics show, but I just had I was really happy. Kelly's originally from Minnesota, or Minnesota, as they might.
Yep. And he was governor when we were there too.
Oh, he was? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we got to
Okay.
experience some.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So thanks everybody for Linda Kennedy. Thanks everybody for being, you're glad it wasn't Mark Kelly. Yeah, you need him in Arizona. You do. Yeah, there are certain things you don't do. And I heard it was between two governors, and that made sense because they've been running a state and they know how to do all that stuff too. So it's a good fix. You were shocked to hear he got picked? Well, I think he's just the person that isn't going to try to overtake a woman, if you know what I mean. He'll do anything she wants, he said. So nothing better than that.
I love that.
They will make it.
I was
No.
relieved because then that meant Whitmer wasn't leaving Michigan.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were. Yeah. So I said, Tim Walz is the balls. That's what I said.
And that party he is, isn't he?
Yeah,
Right.
it is. It definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like we got a whole bunch of dreams here. Hi, Carolyn. Much love, sweetheart. We're sending you
Hi,
lots
honey.
of healing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true. The lieutenant governor will be the governor, and and she's would be the first Native American governor. She's in the Ojibwa tribe.
Well, the first female.
No, first Native American.
Well, what about there was a guy in New Mexico? What was his name?
Oh, I get you.
Or maybe he was a senator? Was he a governor too?
Was it Melendez or Menendez? No. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's done hostage negotiations before.
Yeah, he did United Nations. He did.
Okay.
I think he was in the Senate, and I thought he was a governor too, but maybe he wasn't. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Well, maybe you're right though. It might just be the first woman Native American governor. Yeah.
We'll
Anyway,
take it. Sold.
we will take it. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Look at this from Annie Bear. I can't believe how awesome you are to be here from the other side of the world, Kelly.
I know.
I agree.
So much fun. I'm
She
shocked.
It's
Pleasantly.
about 7:00 in the morning there now, probably, or 6:30 or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, just wonderful. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of chat. We got a lot already. So let's I wish I had a little segue. Let's do it. Do, 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 do.
Mr. Dream Team, send me a smile. I know the greatest.
Yeah, oh, that's right, Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Sandman, that's who it was.
Yeah.
So this gal, who shows up as Shine Zabu, had a vision of many white birds, mostly pigeons, either fainted or dead on the ground. Also another vision of a raven staring at me on the top of a street lamp with a group of crows circling around. What do all these mean? Does anyone have the answer? Can you interpret she's scared after these events? I have to tell you that this gal is from India, and she didn't believe she'd be able to come to the show. So I said we would do it and she could watch it. I don't know if there's a difference between Indian interpretations of things than there is American. So I'm just going to leave that out there. But I know that Diana knows a lot of Native American, and Annie Bear, you might have something to say as well. So I'll let you ladies tell me what you think.
I think it was a good sign. I
Okay.
think I get because they're probably that you were dead, that she was probably a little, that scared her a little bit. But
Sure.
the white in the pigeon, I get like is purity, and and that and to trust, to make I wrote down some notes, to make peace her priority, and to trust her her intuition, and that there's when you see a pigeon, it's like a deepened, your spirituality is deepened. And do we have the ravens on here too? Because I haven't met
Yes.
you talk
Yeah.
about the ravens. But
yeah.
the ravens are messengers, and so and I got that she's being protected. She's being protected, and she's being watched over by her angels and guides and her helpers, and that it's really, really, really important for you to trust your intuition. And I don't get anything bad. I get all positivity from it.
Okay.
Birds are
Okay.
amazing.
Uh-huh.
I do too. The raven is magic. He's like the Hierophant. He knows the rule book. Like Crow watches over the rule book and makes sure that only the right people get into it. But Raven doesn't even have to open it. He knows it. So I drew a card for the Raven dream, and the High Priestess came out.
Which is a nebulous card, isn't it? Isn't it like the unknown?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The High Priestess is, and that brings us to the same places where the Pope is. You know, I mean, she's the male counterpart of the Magician, or sometimes called the Popess in some decks, depending on who it is. Yeah. And like Kelly, I don't see that the fainting pigeons are a bad omen. I actually see that they're showing you what has changed, the things that you don't need, and that this is also a good sign, because this card, she's got a raven over her face for a mask. This is the Sun card. And
I love that.
it is glowing all over the place.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I have a feeling that they weren't really dead. They were just playing possum in your dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were waiting for you to make your next move, right? So that's what I got on that.
I love that. Annie Bear says she is becoming more aware of the mysteries, perhaps. That's beautiful.
Yeah, of
Annie.
course. Raven, absolutely. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a Vedic astrologer and yogini that I work with sometimes, Yogini Shambhavi. And she's quite amazing. And she's always said that birds are messengers and they bring messages from heaven. So you have all these messages from heaven laying at your feet right now, which is just beautiful.
Beautiful.
And the raven, I like that change, rebirth, death, transformation. I think that something's being illuminated, and that's that sun that you got in, right?
Yeah.
So there's an illumination. It feels almost like, and this sounds odd, but you're calling your power back, because it's time to manifest.
Sure. What no longer serves your purpose is what you said about laying at your feet, all these messages.
Letting it go.
Yeah. The only thing I'd like to add really is that raven is like a bigger crow, I think. And I'm not sure, do ravens do the same thing crows do, in that they only have to see you once and they remember you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. They are the larger of the
crow family.
Right?
Okay.
And actually, blue jays are in the same family with them.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. But I know that if they see you, they recognize you, and they can also recognize like members of your family. I think I remember coming home from a class one evening and listening to NPR, and they were talking about crows and how crows could recognize you. And I thought to myself, well, no wonder they really look at you. They
They
really
do.
look.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really study
Yeah.
things, don't they?
Yeah. They definitely do.
Corvin, and he
Yeah.
says, "Oh, speak
Yeah.
to." Oh,
They talk to you. I mean, it's real easy
Yeah.
to imitate them. It's the
Yeah.
pattern in which they talk, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd step outside and they would say hello to me in their language, and I would answer in the same language. And my neighbor once told me to quit doing that. They'll never find the right mate. They're going to think you're it.
Okay.
But he was
Okay.
only pulling my leg. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree with you for the shines Abu that it wasn't necessarily an omen of bad things.
Right.
no, not at
I
all.
think I just think it could be changes are coming. But Annie was saying, I wonder why the white ones are dying. It was actually a vision. And so, yeah, raven is magic, crows are sacred law. Okay. Let's see.
It's interesting because, we've been here 3 nights, and 2 of the nights I've dreamt about birds. And she's in
Uh-huh.
India. And I don't typically dream about birds, and I've dreamt about birds 2 nights.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Ness messaged a while back and said that white clothing or mourning, it's mourning clothing in the East. That's what you wear to a funeral.
Right. Right.
So,
Yep.
or sometimes at a transformation if you're graduating from something,
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
rebirthing.
Yep. And then we can also have shape shifting. Anyway, yeah, I think it's wonderful. They are very magical birds. Absolutely. Let's see. There was something else. Oh, Ted Andrews said that pigeons return home and ravens shapeshift. Okay. All right.
That's right. I
yeah.
love that.
As do hawks, Sally. Okay. Very cool. Yeah. So I got impulse. And so, you can if they all, it's like all of these birds had an impulse to show you this vision for you to recognize where you are, where you're going, how you're doing it, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I hope that helped you. And thank you, everybody in the chat, for all of your wisdom as well. Yep. Okay, so we have Ness. As I go to bed or wake up, I notice big energy shifts and sometimes conversations either with parts of me or other spirits. Any clue of what is happening and when it will stop? It's kind of tiring. Good luck. You opened the door, Ness. But you
opened
also
the portal.
close. Yeah, you can close it if you want. Yeah. Yep. Tyler's protecting things, or is that your dog, Diana?
No, that's Tyler. Mine are
protecting.
the yipper
Yes.
variety.
We have a house full right now. My niece is here and my nephew. So
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like, and I'll pull some cards on this, but I feel like it's like you're jumping off point. It's like you're getting ready to go do some business when you go to sleep. And now you're starting to, what's it called when you lucid dream? So that, you're lucid about it. You recognize what is happening. This is probably what's happened for years. And now all of a sudden you recognize it happening.
Yeah.
But I'll pull some cards too, Ness. Go ahead, you guys.
Yeah, there are times that we recognize something that probably we would have just passed by and not even seen before. But I'll
Yeah.
let you, girls, what do you want to say?
I got Memories of Atlantis. It says spiritual acceleration, which would really make sense. Progress in technology. And so that's the card I pulled, Ness. And so the big energy shifts, it's really accelerating, your ascension process. And the technology thing, I'm wondering if it isn't maybe what I feel. that what I'm getting on the technology thing is maybe to shut down a little bit earlier, and that will help kind of balance your energy a little bit. But yeah, I the cards don't lie. Spiritual
Mhm.
acceleration.
I got the same kind of thing. I have here, you've immersed yourself in the knowing. In other words, you've gone into the book. You're not reading it anymore. You're not listening to an audio anymore. You're in it now. Yeah, that's what I get. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't be surprised if you begin remembering taking flight, going other places, rescue missions, healing missions. And I got compassion. So before you close the door on it, have a little compassion for yourself and what the lesson is in this for you. You know, the lotus represents that opening up and all the phases of yourself and facets of yourself. So you're very insightful, you're very talented, and you got a lot going on in there. And you should just continue to bring it forward.
Yeah. Yeah. I pulled trust in it. You know what's going on, right before you go to sleep. But I love what Diana pulled too, because I feel like there was a heart inside that lotus, and give
Yes.
yourself a lot of compassion, a lot of love. And that's something else to tell yourself before you go to bed. I am present. I am loved. I am cherished. I am beautiful even, and prepare. So, like you said, take a few minutes to give yourself something. You had a candle next to me similar to that. I love that.
Yo.
Of course you did.
Yep.
And so you're going inside that egg. Like,
Yeah.
you're already in there. You're in that new, like
Huh?
we put an egg around us, don't we, of spirit and light.
And even
Yes.
the lotus has that appearance before it opens, correct?
Yeah.
You know, and then as it starts to unfurl. And
Yeah.
another thing about the heart is you're getting to the heart of your purpose, your higher self's purpose in these dreams.
So I can't help it, Ness. You're talking about eggs here. The yolk is on you, hon. So,
I love it.
it's like, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it, right? But I understand. It's like you don't really want to hear from these people while you're going to sleep, or when you first get up. It's like, come on, I haven't woken up yet. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
You know, you can just say, not tonight, I'm so tired. Please let me have a break.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do
And
that.
I got the request card, and so that exactly that. Just tell them, you know what, I need a break. Help me out
Yeah.
here.
There you go.
Help a girl out.
Yeah.
I had to step away myself, not even from dreaming, but just from everything else that I'm going on in my life. We all need that break, and we just have to say, that's enough for now. I got to take a break, and it's
Yeah.
okay. Yep. Healthy boundaries. There you go.
Leah says, don't get scrambled.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I love it.
There you go.
It's getting better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wonderful. All right. So Diane's got a two-parter here. I dreamt I was walking with one of my guides. She pointed out that there's someone on my head. I love that. As she said that, I noticed a small entity clinging on my head, its legs wrapped around my neck. When I woke up, I checked with a pendulum to see if there was any low vibration energy attached to me, and there was. I removed it with the help of Archangel Raphael and Michael's help. How do I prevent it? This is a good question for you, Kelly, and ladies, it really is. We are vulnerable. Yeah.
We are, and the thing of it is we're human, and we all kind of forget sometimes to put protection around us. And I think now more so than ever, Diane, I think it's just really, really important, especially because you're a sensitive and an empath, that you're so prone to other people's energy and whatnot, that you, however you protect yourself, surrounding yourself with the white light, putting yourself in a bubble, multiple bubbles, I think is really important. And just, when you start your day, you can do it. When you can do it when you get out into your car, and do it around your car, do it before you go into a building, a market or something, and I would even recommend doing it before you come online too, because it's just extra protection, that can never ever hurt anybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's. Oh, go ahead.
Go. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's everywhere right now because it's a portal's opening, right? Big portal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so there's all sorts of energies coming in and out, and like procrastination demonness says, right? The inertia. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
but there's all these entities coming in, and it's kind of hard sometimes to remember every time to make sure that you're done, but every morning if you can. And I pulled transformation, and part of that's just because your light is so bright, Diane. And look at all these little tiny things around the butterfly, orbs and all sorts of little things. Not everything's bad, but the things that attach, if you don't want it, make sure that when you tell it to go, say, leave this space, or leave this space, or go with Archangel Michael, because you don't want to send them back to source. If they want to go to source, they can, but they cannot stay in your space.
Right.
Because it's not all of them are horrible, and some of them belong here. They have a job here. So star consciousness, like we have to be conscious of who's here and who's around us. And I had somebody come in my basement, and it was an ancient entity that works with the earth. And so I put a Bhagavad Gita open down there, and it helped. So
Nice.
Awesome. That's awesome. What a great idea. Yeah. She wonders, is it possible for us to know where it got attached? From where she, was it from dreaming and she was out there, or did she go somewhere maybe? Yeah, Diana.
Well, what they showed me first off was that it was an elemental. It was a fairy
Oh,
that came in on a red poinsettia. And do you still have your poinsettia from the holidays? Did you have a poinsettia, or you picked it up shopping at Christmas time and it's been with you this whole time? It was not only clinging on the bottom of this poinsettia plant, but it was wearing a smaller one on its hat, flipped upside down on its head like a hat. I mean, it was the whole
wow.
it was the whole Christmas fun party, and it had something to do with a fairy that was attached to a holiday plant.
Okay. Karen Doyle's going to go sage right now. Good girl. Come back, Karen. Wow. So I pulled some light code cards, and the first thing I got was the Council of Light is wanting to tell you to examine your soul contracts. I find that to be most fascinating. So it could be that this was to put you back in touch with Michael and Raphael, and other elders that are your guides and so forth, because our soul contract is something that we don't really remember, but as we get older and we live a while, we figure, oh, that must have been part of it, because what else would explain it? So the next thing I get is they're just sending you lots of love, love, love. The light codes are coming down and bombarding you with love. So if you feel lighter, you feel better, and you've called in the right entities to take care of, this from you, then you should start feeling much, much better from that. So anyway, all right. Anything else? No?
No, I love that. I think it's great. And I love that you found it to be Faye.
Yeah, I
Um,
know. Yeah.
I just think that's so Diana. Just got to put a hat on you there.
Put a hat on.
That's your
Yeah.
head.
He was
Yeah.
just having fun.
Yep.
And Ness said something about young energy, and I think she's talking to Diane. So that kind of goes right along with that impish little thing.
Yep. Yep. Wow. It had baby legs wrapped around her neck. So that sounds about right. It was a young
Yeah.
fairy. Yeah. Yep. That's wonderful. Oh, sure. There you go. All right. Let's see what we got next. Suzanne Grigsby's wondering, does dreaming of following a fox to find nothing yet? What does dreaming of following a fox to find nothing? I think it's mean. Yeah. So in other words, she's following this fox, but to where? What would that mean if we
Fox is a symbol of camouflage,
isn't
silent.
it mischievous too? Yeah.
Only the male fox has a voice. The female fox does not.
Oh, okay.
And they are able to hide in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
And so though you're following it and going nowhere, it's like you're just trying to hide from all of the unpleasantness that you keep bumping into.
Yeah. Wow.
I haven't pulled a card yet though.
Leah says fox means to stay quiet and listen and make yourself small.
Hmm.
All right.
There's an exercise you can do when you go to a party and you're not really feeling like being there. Just
Mm-hmm.
melt into the wall and stand there and watch everybody and see how many people don't notice you're there. And that's
Okay.
the lesson of fun.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Ladies,
Interesting.
what do you think?
So I was just in England, and the red foxes, they say, are trying to domesticize themselves.
Oh.
They want to be a part of the action with the humans, and like a cat, they're ready, and they're all over the place in London. They're all over the place there anyway, but they're really ingratiating themselves with the humans, and so I think that's really interesting. But I mean, that could mean nothing to you, Suzanne, so that wouldn't matter. That just came up, but also the red fox is hunted, right? So that's something in history that we know. They had the fox hunts and whatnot. So maybe
True.
you're looking for something. Maybe you're a searcher, and that's good, right? We're always looking for something. So you're on your path and you're looking.
That really nails it, I think, because Suzanne is in that searching path part, and also finding a place for her to live as well. So that makes a lot of sense.
And the card that I got is for C, but what I love about it is it's a spiral. Which way is that staircase going?
Yep.
And all of these little.
It's not a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Kel?
I pulled two cards, and I got Gaia Gateway Activation, and it says learning experiences. And what I'm thinking is sometimes we don't think anything is happening. We feel like sometimes maybe we're in the void and things should be happening. But everything is a learning experience, whether we feel like anything's happening or not. We're still learning, and then it also says wisdom transmission and earth intelligence. And so that was the card I got. And then
I like
and
that.
then the other card I got was just I got calm. And so just
Wow.
when you start getting anxious and worrying about why things are happening or not happening, just to remain calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love what Anja says here. Fox entering one's life may reflect the Kundalini awakening.
Oh, Suzanne, that might be what's going on with you. So you're going to get your spiritual awakening as well. Wow, that's fabulous.
Wow. Yeah.
Go
And
ahead,
sometimes
Terry.
it's a journey, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not it's not what where when we get there, it's the journey.
Absolutely. That's
And
actually
appreciating
all
that.
it is, because we're never really there, because that's in the future,
Yeah.
but we're always in this singular timeline, really. Wow. Love that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just throwing this up because it's a comment, Lori, a wonderful comment. The ancestors are part of the 8-8 Lionsgate. I've heard messages that they want us to ask them for help more, especially this year. I so agree with that because we don't always ask for help. But Jill, you're not an outsider. I don't know that I have one of these encounters myself, so don't feel bad. Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's spooky to have one too. It's cool to have one, but it's kind of spooky to have one. I don't know, depending
Yeah.
on where it is and how it happens. Yeah.
I think if you don't want one, you won't get one. Like,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
I've been
It's
getting
very
them since I was a little kid, so
Yep.
they don't.
Yep. What do you got here? The white fox came to you at the beginning of the year and had a lot of divinely guided insights. Oh, well, that's cool, KK. A white
Beautiful.
fox? I never knew there was, is it like a rare? Must be rare.
Arctic fox are white.
Uh-huh. Okay. This is very telling, Suzanne, actually. Very good, Charlie. Looking for
Mhm.
its den, and you are looking for an apartment.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Very good.
Missed that
Very good.
completely.
KK says she loves bird messengers. She saw a white heron and 2 hawks. Last week I had a crow come land next to my rig and start talking as soon as I got out to go grab a sub. Then I came out and the crow immediately started talking again and flew off to a light pole. Ironically, there was a man standing underneath the light pole who said, "Who are you talking to?" We made eye contact and I smiled. Ah,
Wow.
yeah. That's the second part of it there. Yeah. I don't know if there's a third part. I don't think so. Yeah. Wow. So, a white heron and 2 hawks are messengers, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
What is the heron?
For me, they're solitary. So it is
Oh.
your own personal quest, what you're doing on your own. And the king white heron is even bigger than the king blue, right?
Yeah.
And go ahead.
They stand in the water too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Silently. Sometimes
They're not on one leg though. That's a
they all will stand on one leg.
Oh, really? Okay.
Flamingos do it, storks
Yeah.
do it. They're all in the same family also.
Okay.
Not the flamingos, but storks and herons and egrets.
Okay. Okay. Wow. All right.
You know,
Oh no, I'm fine, Carolyn. Thank you, honey.
they're white too, and so there too, that resembles purity, and again, and it keeps coming up over and over and over again, really to make peace our priority,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
the water aspect, of it, it might be just letting go of those old emotions that a person's been holding on
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I pulled 2 cards and I got illuminate and then align with purpose. Crossroads, there is no wrong path.
Oh wow.
There's a beautiful rainbow
Yeah.
in that.
Well, the card I have is receive. And what I love about this is, first of all, the fish are flying in the sky
Oh, look
over
at
the
that.
bed. And underneath is the water and the mountain, right? And
Mhm.
I mean, all of those messages are coming through. So this is receive these new messages, as yours is about letting go. You have to make room for the new things to come in, right?
Mm.
And this is
Cool.
your journey. It's also the other message with that heron, for sure.
Terry?
I got eternal life. So, and there's the
Hmm.
darkness and the light. But 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 look at the in between. That's where the light comes in. So that's kind of where, if you
Yeah.
look at Saint Germain, it's that in between. That's the spot. And then I got a prophet, which is kind of gives me like this big hair rush or head rush.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the
Yeah.
way he looks. So KK, I feel like the water can be consciousness too, and
Good.
white
Yeah.
heron sounds like divine light
Yeah.
Mhm.
consciousness.
And
So
that brush on his head reminds me of the fleur de lis that's at the very end of the heron's,
yeah.
the back of his third eye. What is that called?
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
medulla oblongata.
Yeah,
Yep.
that, right? And that's where
Yes.
his feathers come up off the top of his head.
I'm just laughing because we're such nerds. What's that? Medulla oblongata.
Right? And
Absolutely.
I've been 3 times today to wake that spot up, and I can't remember what it's called.
Anyway, and this doesn't have to be an outside prophet. You are the prophet, KK. Your
Right.
divinity is
Yeah.
something that.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is what my dad would say to you if you were being nerdy. He'd just go, ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling.
I love that. I'm gonna remember that.
Oh,
I
God.
am
My
too.
dad would knock and say, "Anybody home?"
McFly. Remember McFly?
Yeah,
When-
yeah.
Well, interesting, KK, that if you're watching birds and you're looking and seeing all around you, then what you are doing is you're dropping your ego because you're spending more time looking at nature and everything around you. You're staying in the moment, and it isn't all about me, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all about you. And interesting that the guy under the light, you didn't even notice him there until he said something to you, and then you know, I just love that. It's like your ego, everything about your defenses was down because you were looking at the beauty around you. So
Wow.
I don't know. That could be part of becoming the prophet, which makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Yeah. But
Since I just need to claim it, I'm a receiver
Absolutely.
of divine light,
Yes.
and I'm a nerd too.
uh-huh. So we have Rossi who's saying self-reflection, introspection, inner peace and balance, spiritual growth and development, patience, purity. Wow. And then Anya says aggressive self-determination and self-reliance, and the
Wow.
long thin legs are symbols of balance. So that's perfect. That's the balance between the ego self and the spiritual self. Yes.
Love that.
Wow.
Mm.
Thanks, ladies. I know I can always
Beautiful.
depend on you to find out things. Yeah. Wow. And Kelly, I always ask for sun or rainbow or mountains as confirmation from my spirit team. I am at the
Oh.
Y. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
That's
Yep.
beautiful.
Oh, your mom is Biff? She used to say that after carrying in groceries, even though she meant buff. Well, then you just brought that all on, you see. Sometimes we say weird, nerdy things like that, and it has a meaning to somebody.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
I
So
love
thank
when
you.
that happens.
I do too. That's funny. Oh my. All right. So we got Ginger Faye here, and I'm glad you're
Wow.
here, Ginger, first of all.
Sure.
If anybody else has something they want to share, she's the last one I have right now. We can chat about something else. Diana usually has a lot in her book, but Ginger Faye has been having strange dreams, dreaming that Miss Tarot D came to her rescue and brought the band members of Kiss with her.
Oh,
Well, what's strange about that?
right? Right?
Oh my God. That's fabulous. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my. That's interesting. This reminds me of a dream Valerie had. Only hers, I don't think hers was Kiss, but it was one of those hair bands. You know what I mean? One of those guys in a hairband.
Yeah, I know
Somebody-
exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
So
Be
yeah,
still
Miss
my heart.
Tarot D makes herself up,
Mhm.
and so does Kiss. Correct?
Right.
So it has something maybe to do with makeup. Makeup.
Yeah,
You
for
can't make this
cosmetics.
shit up. Is that? I don't know.
But also, Miss Tarot D is so incredibly intuitive, and Kiss has music and great harmony.
Right.
So, um,
And intelligence too. Oh my God, they're such smart fellas.
yeah,
Are
they're
they?
really,
Ozzy?
yeah,
Oh
Really?
no,
Oh.
Ozzy's
No.
not Kiss.
Oh, he isn't?
No.
Oh, that's right. It's Gene Simmons. The
Gene
singer.
Simmons, yeah.
He's basically a genius.
Oh,
Okay.
Dr. Ann says alternative personas.
Yes. Or costuming.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, how we present ourselves.
How we present ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
maybe they want you, Ginger, to dress up like a fae.
That's right. and that's exactly what I was getting, because when we put on our doll baby makeup, right, it does make us feel different, and
Yeah.
it makes us strut our stuff, and sometimes we need to just get out there and strut our stuff.
Yes.
That's true.
So don't be afraid to do that. You don't always have to put all the makeup on, but that is dressing the way you really feel.
Mhm.
Letting yourself show. Life is an adventure. Go for
There
it,
you go.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Fly your freak flag.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
be the true
Yeah.
you and try on new things. So self-love,
Yep.
take care of yourself, definitely. And, so maybe somebody was negative. This is about negativity. So,
Okay.
a lot of times we don't show ourselves our freak flag or whatever to people.
Right.
Because somebody when we were kids said, "Oh, that's silly. Quit doing that. You're acting like
Yeah.
this or society constructs."
Yeah.
So let go of all that stuff, man. Fly your freak
Right.
flag. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like Bob
Carolyn
Seger
has a
says,
good point. What was she doing that needed rescue? Perhaps she wasn't, she has a constriction with things that she does, there's a point where we just say, I don't give an ass because we're just going to do what we want to do and not worry about but inside of us, there's probably still some things that we may say, well, I don't know if I want to do that, so there is that. Yeah.
even Bob Seger says you're a little bit older and now you stop to think about your dignity.
Ah,
Yeah.
No, let's go, man.
I got that
Right.
they nourish themselves and you need to nourish yourself. And that was the same card somebody else had gotten about taking care of the self. Kelly, what did you have, honey?
You know what I keep hearing, and obviously it's not a Kiss song, it's Taylor Swift, but I keep hearing "Shake It Off," just shake it off, shake it off. So
Yep.
if there's anything that you're holding on to, Ginger, just shake it off. And then I pulled a card and I got commit, commit,
Yeah.
and then I got crown chakra upgrade, and it says divine connection, holy experiences, and miraculous energy. But there's
Wow.
that like dove white energy again that we've been kind of talking about the whole show.
Yep.
The
It's true.
purity.
We've been talking a lot about white and black birds. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're holding on to something, just shake it off.
I love this. This show is like an intuitive mystery school. I love that. That's a compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
love
thank
that.
you, Leah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
love me
there
some
you
Deb
go.
Seeger. I went to, well, he's a Detroiter, so yeah, there you go. He's
Absolutely. All
Yeah.
right.
How was Bob Dylan at the Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest.
Mhm.
I looked over at Tim because the reason we went to Bob Dylan and John Cougar and Willie Nelson was because 35 years ago at the Minnesota State Fair. Bob Dylan was there and Cheap Trick was there, and I wanted to see Cheap Trick, and my husband wanted to see Bob Dylan, and I won. I got to see Cheap Trick, and so I have felt bad for 35 years, like I gypped him out of seeing Bob Dylan, and so when Bob Dylan was at the Hollywood Bowl last week, I said, I got tickets, let's go. And anyway, we were listening to him. I look over at Tim and I said, I see why I picked Cheap Trick.
That's pretty much what my kids said too.
Really?
Yeah.
You said that was instead of, you should have said that's a low blow. That's a whole new band,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
John Cougar was really, really good, but
I bet.
Well,
Bob Dylan, I mean, he wasn't bad, but he just stood behind the piano the whole time, and it was,
so what Aaron said is Bob just felt like playing the blues, and it wasn't a night to be playing the blues.
Oh,
Yeah.
it reminds me of Ricky Nelson. They went to a garden party.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's
said
saying they
everybody
wanted to
else
hear
was
all the
great.
old songs, not the newer ones. Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
we're praying that Bob and Allison Krauss and Robert Plant show up this time when he comes here in
Yeah.
September, because
There you
Aaron's
go.
coming in from LA to go see it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing, and what an amazing gift, Diane, that he's going to come and that you guys get to go together.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
I'm so
fun.
excited. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's great.
Well, to have something to look forward to is so fun.
Sure it is. Yeah.
But it was
Lee
nice. It was a
wants to
fun
know-
outing.
Yeah, I bet it was. Why is Leah finding dimes everywhere? So who do you know that's on the other side that would be a trickster?
Well, my cousin Joe
Yeah.
is paying you a visit, and don't be surprised because he was pretty funny.
I get it's a loved one, and the thing of it is you can tell them what you want them to leave you. When I was really little, my grandma used to leave me pennies, and I joked with her. I'm like, seriously, grandma, pennies? I mean, can't you do any better? As even as a kid. And then she started leaving me dimes, and so yeah, work it. Maybe ask for quarters. But I'm getting it's a loved one that's is really trying to get your attention.
If it was me, if I was getting the dimes, it would have been my old boss, Hank, who I have smelled his gin breath and all that. But he used to say, I used to ask him a question. He'd go, here's a dime. Call somebody who cares. And I would know that it was Hank. There's like this thing with dime, because you could really use a dime to call people back in the 80s. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
olden days.
Back in the old days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry, who do you have?
Well, I
Was
keep
Reverend
hearing that.
Saul?
I keep hearing that song, but instead of signs, it's dime, dime everywhere, dime. Blocking out the scenery.
It's
And
it's a sign though, honey, not a
That is
dime.
sign. It is sign, but and then they showed
Oh.
me this upside down pyramid made out
Oh.
of dimes. So that can be a necklace or a pyramid, but it's like a map almost to
Well,
something.
on the Liberty dime, isn't that the shape of the torch
Oh
on the
yeah,
back
the
side?
torch.
Oh yeah. So I feel like it's a
Mhm.
message and they're sending you, and it's like letting you know that you're loved and cherished. But number
Mhm.
two,
Mhm.
it's a sign about going somewhere. So
Ah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Somebody loaned me a dime. Wow.
Did somebody on the other side give you a necklace,
Oh.
Leah? Do you have a
Yeah.
necklace from somebody on the other side?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
'Cause I
Also
feel like-
reminded me of the Eiffel Tower, because you had it with circles like that representing the dime, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Wow. I
Mm.
don't see a lot of dimes anymore. I don't know about you. I don't really see a lot of change. Well, then again, I don't use money most of the time. I use my credit card or my debit card or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wow. You never scoff at money, Sally? I wouldn't either. I would not
Yep.
scoff at money.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Any time. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I
Um,
see a penny on the ground, I pick it up.
You bet.
I have no shame.
Yeah.
Well, there are some people that say that you are expending more energy than the penny's worth, but I don't care. It's fun.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
Pennies are from my mom because we used to get penny loafers for me for school, and she would get a new pair or just put fresh pennies in her pair. So when I get fresh pennies from nowhere, I know it's my mom.
Mhm.
Right.
Kidding about my cousin Joe and the dimes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Leah just took the silver necklace out. She says it was from her sister Mary. She passed in 2020. Wow, Leah.
It
Wow.
might be Mary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be Mary that's leaving the
Yeah.
dimes as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Quarters are better. And Karen, I'm glad your mother Ellie leaves you quarters because you could always do laundry if you needed to. And of course, if you can even find a phone in a phone booth, you need a quarter just to make a call. But there are no phone booths, so what are you going to do? Yeah.
Doctor Who knows where there's one.
All right.
Wow. Wow. Your daughter always gets money from her team, Jay. That's interesting. That's all. I have no aversion to getting money at all. As a matter of fact, Randy told me about some times she found some money on the ground. It was like, wow, really impressive, Hi, Amanda Carrion. It's good to see you. All right. So we got one more here and we're almost at the end. Denise says, I had a vivid dream with owls and medicine woman. 8, or it's beautiful, it's me. Seeing 4 hawks today, they seem to surround me. Okay.
I love the bird messages coming in.
I know.
Everybody these
So
days.
many.
Everybody at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So owls and hawks are messengers, and so are owls. They're the nocturnal hawk, and they're in the same family of raptors. And they grab with their feet. They extend their feet and grab their prey and keep flying while they're hanging onto it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the medicine woman coming in is showing you what to grab, the wisdom that you need, how to fix it, how to fix yourself.
Wow. Okay. Ladies?
Owls, I get wisdom, that there's wisdom, wisdom coming in for you, Denise, but seeing the number 4, and I always, and I know you've seen it
Yeah.
and saw the hawks, but I almost wonder if your angels aren't coming in a form of a hawk, because the 4 to me is always angels, and you said they seem to surround you. Well, I get that your angels are surrounding you, and I did pull a card and I got manifest, and so they're around you. So ask them for what you want. They're there, and they're there to help. And I think we talked earlier in the show that right now they're wanting us to really ask for what we want, going forward, and to be clear about what we want. So you have them around you, manifest, and let them know exactly every detail of what you're needing and what you're wanting.
Especially in this 8-8 energy. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just triggered it in me that 4, not only the 4 of Wands, the happy surrounding, everything's great, the medicine wheel, 4 corners of the medicine
4
wheel,
directions. Yeah.
4 directions, but it's the core 4 archangels, right?
Ah.
Yeah.
Gabriel, Michael,
Yeah.
Uriel,
Yeah.
and Raphael.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, the winged ones. And I'm kind of feeling some shape shifting going on too, Janice, with all that, with the medicine woman and the owls and the hawks. It's beep owls, hemi hawks. I don't know when driving.
Oh,
Oh,
we have two owls, something like to be prosperity.
prosperity. Okay.
It's been owls and something in hawks when driving. We have two owls that live, and I don't know.
Owls
Anyway.
at home and hawks while driving. We have two
Okay.
owls that live on the property.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
You can tell we're teachers.
So good.
We've had to do that. We've had to do that so many times. Yes,
Well,
yes, yes.
some other people type my messages also.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
The
It's
same
cool.
pattern.
It's cool. Yeah.
But
Thanks.
I love that you accidentally wrote prosperity because I got receive
Oh, yeah.
Love
No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um
Yep.
and purpose. So
And I got to take a trip to a sacred site. How about that?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
any place in the woods and stuff would be a sacred site, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the
We
card I
can't
got
we
was
can't forget the. Oh, I'm sorry, Diana. Go ahead.
the card I got was revisit.
Okay.
So they
All right.
keep coming back to you. They got a whole lot to say.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love it that Leah brought up bird. Bird is
Bird,
the
bird
word.
is the word.
The bird,
That's
the bird, the bird is the word.
Dime, dime,
Don't you
dime,
know
bird, bird,
about
bird.
The bird. Everybody heard that the bird is the word.
Is
I said
the word.
The bird.
A Clearview Revolution wants you to know, Terry, that Eckhart Tolle is your twin flame soulmate. I'm a paranormal investigator. This info has come through my equipment. Thought you'd like to know. Well, what do you know? There's your soulmate.
I
He's
love
still
you,
alive.
a
We'll
Clearview
meet him.
Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
you. I love him. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
he's one of my
Amazing.
favorite souls on
Eckhart
the
Tolle.
planet.
Okay.
I'll take that in a heartbeat. Thank you.
I don't blame you.
Right?
I
Love
don't
you.
blame you.
Darn
Yeah.
tootin'.
Right. I don't think
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure, so I'm going to check out the channel. And I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody, thank you for being here. We've had near 50 people here for the whole duration of the show.
Wow.
We
Awesome.
love you very much. You know, we particularly miss the Bookers. I want to send them lots of love and know they'll be back when they can be back. We're really grateful that we've got Kelly here from India right now, where she's with her husband. And thank you so much. We love you, Kelly. And of course, thank
Love
you,
you
Diana.
guys.
Thank you, Terry Renner. We love you so much as well. So thank you to the moderators. Thank you to those with the dreams shared. And sweet dreams to all of you. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Peace out.
Yeah. Namaste.